Just like
about clay dicks? Anybody? Yeah? Your mic, here, use mine.
Before we can get into this story, we gotta let Rob Benedict be Clay Dicks. Ladies and gentlemen, on the mic, country music sensation, Clay Dicks. Go!
Clay Dicks and I come here to sing a song. My name's Clay Dicks and I just got this one damn song. A lot of people say that didn't be wrong, but I Clay Dicks and I sing this a song. Thank you.
Unbelievable. Guys, we are in the presence of greatness.
That's just a sample.
But so the original story is in Nashville. You're telling a story.
Wait, no, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Thank you, Nashville!
So we're in Vegas.
I like how supportive the crowd is. We're in Nashville. Fuck you! No, we weren't!
Fuck you, Clay Dicks!
You suck! Suck it!
You're telling a story that had about Clay.
So somebody asked me, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm probably paraphrasing, but someone asked me what my opinion was on the anatomy of the golem in this nether region.
Right.
And Clay Dicks. I mean, Clay Dicks is the answer. And
so part of the setup was, that's an honest question by an interested fan and your panel. We don't hear the question. We just come into the backstage area and hear you talking about Clay Dicks. Yeah, we hear no setup whatsoever. And we look at each other and we think, kudos. This is a solid line of conversation.
And then Richard, don't you immediately say, that's actually Rob Benedict's alter ego?
Yeah, it sounds like Rob Benedict, country music alter ego, Clay Dicks.
the country singer, Clay Dicks. Won season 3 of American Idol, actually.
That's right.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, exactly.
He only had one song. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Rose.
Thank you. Another round of applause for these guys.
Those guys. There they are. Only Mike is still on stage.
Hey, how are you? It's so nice to see your faces. Look at this. All right, well, I'm Adam Rose. You guys are lovely. We're all here in Nashville. Man, I love Nashville this time of year. It's gorgeous. I think we have some questions, right? We got over here. Let's just get the show on the road. Let's do it.
Hello, Adam.
Hi, how are you?
I saw on the panel before you were mentioning you didn't get to go on your honeymoon right away. Did you ever get to Italy?
So you know what? We are actually going to Italy on October 11th. So if any of you guys have Italy tips, please tweet me them or message me them. We're going to Rome, Florence, Venice, and Cinque Terre, which I believe is how you pronounce it. Yeah. So we're excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And my next question is, you talk about having dogs, but I've never heard what kind they are.
So we have 2 dogs, Chaplin and Una. Chaplin fans out there. He's almost got more Instagram followers than I do. Okay, so Chaplin, who we got first, is a pit mix, pit bull mixture between like Dane, Bulldog, Boxer, probably got a bunch of different stuff in him. And Una is just like a staffy mix, American Staffordshire Terrier. She's like a little pocket kitty, you know, she's like a tank. But they're great. I don't know if you guys know this, but like mutts turn out to be much healthier than purebred dogs. How about that? Which makes sense because you guys watch the show Adam Ruins Everything? I love that show, not just because we share a name, but because it's very informative. And he did a whole episode about how purebred dogs are actually inbred dogs. Who knew? I guess you guys knew. They're mutts, and we adopted them, which I highly recommend. You guys love dogs, rescue them. There are so many dogs in shelters that need rescuing, that need a home, and you can find literally any kind of dog you want. You know, so even if you were thinking about buying a purebred dog, you can probably find that dog in the shelter somewhere. So just go looking. Anyway, sidebar. So those are the dogs. Those are my dogs. They're mixes, pit mixes. Yeah, and of course. Hi. Or let's go to this side and then we'll come back. Okay.
Hi, Adam. I'm Annie.
Hi, Anne. How are you? Did you say Annie?
I'm Annie.
Anne.
And I love you.
I love you.
We love you.
I love you.
We love you. So,
I gotta give you a hug. So much.
So
This is
I
the
can have a
best.
question in there.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited and we're excited about your new show.
Yes. Woohoo! Very happy whatever.
So, which cast and crew are you happy with?
Say that again. You can talk a little louder.
Which cast are you, and crew, are you more at ease with? That one or Supernatural?
Oh, that's
That's a dangerous question.
interesting question. She's asking which cast and crew I'm more at ease with. Well, let me say this. I've done 2 episodes of Supernatural. And in those 2 episodes, I got along so well with the crew. I made friends with Jared and Jensen while we were doing it. They couldn't have been more welcoming. Especially, and the crew there, between how nice they are and just comforting to be there because they kind of know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it for so long. It's like a well-oiled machine. And so you feel at ease. And also the food. Oh my God, the food on that set is insane. You know, we were working at night, kind of like till wee hours in the morning. And at like 1 a.m., they'd be like, hey, there's a falafel truck here. I'm like, great! It's exactly what I want right now is a falafel truck. So anyway, it was such a blast working on that show. I did 2 episodes and felt very close to them. But then when I did this new show, this Netflix show called Merry Happy Whatever, which comes out in November, nice to see it. I spent, 2.5 months with these people, and so we became like a family. You know what I mean? So there's really no comparison, you know? And it's not because one is better than the other, it's really just because of time spent. I spent so much time with the cast of Merry Happy Whatever and the crew there that we really became a family. We were hanging out with each other. We were, we were just with each other every single day. And when that happens and you're working on something creative, you really become like a family. And so, you know, fingers crossed we get to do that again in season 2. But all of you guys have to watch the show.
We're happy for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. I really appreciate it. Over here, hello.
Hey, Adam.
How's it going?
My name's Angelica.
Hi, Angelica.
What's your favorite thing about being with the Supernatural family? And would you like to return as Aaron Bass for this proposed spin-off, the Judah Initiative?
Yes, absolutely. The Judah, you guys heard about the Judah Initiative? Anybody here? All right, so every like 6 months, I feel like it pops up online. people talking about it, and I share it or retweet it. I've talked to Ben Edlund about it in the past. I know he's open to it, so who knows? Might happen, may never happen, but it's a cool idea and I would be totally down. I want to see, you know, Aaron and his golem going around the world killing Nazis. That's fun. Nazi killing, you know? I'm sorry, what was your first question?
My first question was, what does the Supernatural family and these awesome people here tonight, listening to you, mean to you as a whole, like resonate with you in your soul and like
Oh my God.
meaning behind this family?
All right, I feel like I gotta sit down for this. Look, I mean, when I first did Supernatural, I had no idea what I was in for. I'd only seen like a couple episodes of the show. I didn't watch a lot of TV at the time, and so I didn't really know what I was getting into. And when we were shooting it, Phil, our director, Stitchy, as his last name I think is pronounced. I love that guy. He's fantastic. He came up to me and he was like, "Do you have social media?" And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't even do much on social media at the time. He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, just wait until this thing comes out." I was like, "Okay," and I got scared all of a sudden. What do you mean? What's gonna happen? And sure enough, the episode aired, and like, I was educated all of a sudden as to how massive this fandom is, right? And yes. And then in the subsequent weeks and months after that, I realized the power of that fandom. You know, I had no idea how much doing one episode of a television show at the time was going to completely change my life, right? All of a sudden, I was using social media a lot more because there were people out there listening. And that turned into something, you know, really a hobby of mine that I love and that I hold dearly, and I love interacting with all of you guys on there. It is another level of kind of community building that I just hold dear to my heart. And then, frankly, just like being able to come to these things and seeing you guys face to face, and spending a couple minutes, you know, seeing where you're from and how you got into the show and what the show means to you guys, it truly changed my life, right? It made me realize that the work that actors do can be so much more important than I think we sometimes give it credit for. Not because you know we're saving lives or anything like that, just because I think stories are so important. You know, I think stories themselves, and we are not responsible for creating them, but just being, you know, paints on a canvas to tell these stories. But they can really impact people for the rest of their lives, and I know I've been impacted by those stories myself. So, a roundabout way of answering your question, what does this fandom mean to me? I mean, it means the world to me. You know, I hope to be able to continue this relationship for the rest of my life with all of you guys, because it has given me courage and belief, and it's just been overwhelmingly positive in my life having you guys in it. So I really can't thank you guys enough, seriously. Thank you, Angelica, for your question. I appreciate it. I love you. No, me more. I love you more. Thank you for that question, by the way, and seriously, I mean that. Over here, hello.
I maybe don't love you, but I think you're pretty okay.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I just have a restaurant recommendation for Rome for you, and this place is so good that I got up from my seat just to tell it to you.
Oh my God, write it down.
I will also tweet you it, but it's called Trattoria del Polaro. This woman has been cooking there for 57 years.
Trattoria
del Polaro, P-A-L-L.
Polaro.
You don't order, they just bring you food.
Ah, I like that.
They ask you red or white, and you're like, okay, yeah. wine both, please.
I love that. Okay, I just wrote it down. I'm going there. Thank you. What's your name?
Krista.
Krista, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Oh wait, don't I know you? I know you. Don't I? We met. Yeah. How's it going, Krista? Nice to see you. And thank you for that suggestion. I'm going there. I'm really just going to Italy for the food. You know, museums are fun. History's nice, but pasta's the best. You can quote me on that. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Getting better every minute.
Yeah.
So I took my daughter out of school. Your first episode is one of my top 5 of the entire series.
Yes. I love that. Thank you.
And I fantasize that I want my own golem.
Me too.
That was my question.
Oh, whether or not I do too? Look, who wouldn't want an 8-foot dude made out of clay follow me around? Frankly, I would probably want it mostly to carry me around, you know? You know, walking's kind of a drag sometimes. No, what do I want the golem for? I would want no one's gonna mess with you if you got the golem next to you, right? No one. And also, it's like a good, odd couple kind of situation. I think we'd get a lot of, Oscar and Felix action going on. If we lived together, that is. I'd be the messy one. No, he'd be the messy one. Yeah, he'd be the messy one. I'd be the anal retentive one. Anyway, to answer your question, yes. I'd love a golem. Who wouldn't?
So I was wondering, the actor who played the golem?
Yes, John DeSantis.
What is he really like?
Oh, first of all, he's like one of the nicest guys ever. Could not have been nicer. His voice really sounds like that, which was shocking.
Yeah, sir, he's got that he actually has that voice.
The things that weren't real were his neck and shoulders. They gave him a little piece for that, and his hands. They gave him 2 little hand, glove-like things that made it look like he had these enormous hands. But he really is, 7 or 6'11" or 7 feet, something like that. Couldn't be nicer. We had a blast on set. I was totally bummed that he wasn't there for the second episode. I just pictured he was in the club, dancing. But yeah, I love that guy. He's fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. Hi!
Hi, Adam. My name's Dakota.
What's your name?
Dakota.
Sorry, I must be deaf.
Dakota?
Dakota! Hi!
I was just wondering, do you think that Aaron has a fail-safe in case the golem ever just got fed up and decided to tear him apart?
Oh man.
Is there a safe word or something like that?
I should hope. Let's get Clay Dix back out here. Safe word. I would like to think that there is some, the opposite of Yeffelhundi, right? Which was take charge, and that's what kind of got him, in action or whatever. So I like to think that there's some sort of opposite, have a seat. Stop taking charge and take a nap. So yeah. I like the idea that the safe word is hilarious.
Also, I was wondering if you were going to be doing any more vlogs coming up.
Oh man, that's a good question. Have you guys ever watched my vlog? Have you guys? Yeah? One couple of you? I haven't made a vlog since, February or something like that. The show that I was doing for Netflix definitely kept me busy for a little while. I did a bunch of filming between then and now that I've yet to kind of compile into a vlog. So I guess my answer is I have not posted my last YouTube video. I just don't know when the next time I'm going to post a vlog is. I've been sort of using my Instagram as my vlog recently. But you know what? If I hear that people miss it often enough, I'll definitely make another one. And I appreciate you bringing it up.
All right, love you, brother.
Love you, man. Yeah. Hello.
My question is, if you could play one other character on Supernatural, who would you play?
Cassiel. I mean, I feel like I may have answered this before one time, but it's really just the trench coat. I love that trench coat. I want to wear that trench coat. I would like to play a character that wears any kind of trench coat, really. There's just something about having a jacket that goes past your knees that just makes anyone feel cool. Am I wrong? No? Is this just me? It's like, it's the closest thing we get in society that's acceptable to having a cape. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I'm off topic. Castiel's who I play.
There's also something very ominous about the trench coat. Like, it's something, like, it's cool.
There is something, like, mysterious, like, what's he got under there? What's he selling? These things?
The clay dicks come in.
Clay dicks? It always comes back to clay dicks.
Steal that from me, Ruth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my answer. I feel like that's everybody's answer, isn't it? Yeah, maybe?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello!
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
You are hilarious, just so you know.
Yeah, what's that? Sorry?
I said you're
I can't hear.
hilarious, just
I'm
so
sorry.
you know.
I'm going to make you repeat it one more time.
I said you're hilarious, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. I'm hilarious and I can't hear. I appreciate it.
But going back to having your own golem, all you have to do is follow Jared around. I don't think anyone's going to mess with you. But someone who says that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But I know you were only on the show for 2 episodes, but everyone knows that there's a lot of pranks and shenanigans that go on set. Were you a part of any? Did anything happen to you, or did you witness any?
Yes. I'm sure you guys have heard this story. At least some of you have heard this story if you've been to any of the other content I've been to. Because I feel like this always ends up coming up. I'm going to tell the story again. Because, you know, I feel like it's sort of tangential to play dicks. Alright, so, to be explained. There's a scene when Jared and Jensen are discussing how they're going to take care of me and the goal, basically. Not take care of us, like get rid of us. And I come in, I'm trying to be all tough, and I'm like, you know, that's my goal. Like, if anyone's gonna deal with him, it's gonna be me, you know? And I'm supposed to, like, be intimidating to Jensen, which is difficult to say the least. But anyway, we're in, like, this, like, heated moment, you know, we've got this exchange, I'm looking at Jensen, right? And above Jensen's shoulder comes Jared. And we're doing my coverage, which means the camera's pointed at me right now, right? And so they don't really have to keep a straight face, I do. So Jared, you know, rises from behind Jensen, and he's holding a piece of paper with a drawing on it that looks like, it looks like this. And he's making obscene gestures. I won't do them because I feel like it'll turn into a GIF or something. I don't need that GIF going. And of course I just crack up. I can't stop laughing. I burst out laughing. And this was, I think, on like already the 4th or 5th take, and you know, I'm just a guest star on this show. They don't have time for me to be like dilly-dallying. the crew, of course, they're used to it, so they get it. But it was it was hilarious, and I think it ended up on the gag reel. Did it end up on the gag reel? I don't think what Jared was doing ended up on there, but I think my coverage of it ended up on the gag reel for season 8. So that was it. And afterwards, Phil was like, "Oh, that means they like you." I was like, "Oh, okay." Funny way of showing it. Okay. So that.
Yeah, Jensen and Jared say if they don't prank you, they don't like you.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, over here. Hello.
Yeah, I guess I'm it. I love your photography.
Thank you.
When you posted on Instagram, I was wondering if you had any plans to publish or do it professionally.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. I love photography. What around that time when social media became kind of more important to me, and I realized all the things I could get out of it, personally, professionally, all those things. It helped me discover new hobbies that I enjoy, like photography. You know, once I got on Instagram, I felt kind of a desire to start thinking a little bit more about the images I was posting. And then I got my first real camera, and then I was just kind of off to the races, and I started taking lots of pictures, and it became a big part of my life, right? Just taking pictures. I got the new iPhone just to take pictures with it. Here, I'm gonna take a picture of you guys real quick. Actually, let's do it. I'm still answering your question, but I want to do a little video first. Here. All right. Here we go. Hi, SPN family. That's for me. All right. So as far as publishing goes, I don't know. I've thought about it. I don't know. There is a part of me that would love to be able to put some of my photography up on my walls, which I haven't done yet, and maybe other people might like to do that too. So yeah, it's something I think about for sure. So if it's something you guys would like, please, again, like tweet me, message me. If I feel like a bunch of people would like that, then I would definitely do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
So I noticed that you reach out on Instagram a lot to your fans, like you're really connected to your fan base.
I try to.
Wondering if you like talk about that and the importance of that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just saying that I reach out a lot on Instagram. Yeah, again, as soon as I dived into dove? I don't know how to speak English. Anyway, as soon as I started doing Instagram Live, I started to realize that while other people were really interested in people engaging with them, right? People liking and commenting on their own pictures. What I started to realize is Instagram is a hell of a lot cooler place when you focus on engaging with other people's content, right? I like Instagram a lot more to see what other people are posting, to like their photos, to comment on their photos. That to me, I found to be a lot more gratifying on Instagram. And the truth is it ends up having a reverse effect too, right? Because you engage with people, they engage with you. And it's a much more communal way of using Instagram as opposed to people who post and, kind of